What's up? What's up? Little homie, what's up? What's good, bro? Little homie, what's up?
What's good, world? It's your boy Retro. In case you ain't know, now you know. And you are tuning into the very first episode of Boxx TV, brought to you by Midwest Trap TV and Juice ENT. We gonna get it to you live with the very first interview. Here I have with me FMG Tez.
You know what it is, man.
Also with me, I have in the background. I'm gonna let them know who y'all is and what's going on.
Cheese! Mr. Cheno Royal himself, baby. How y'all doing? Appreciate Tez. For all my kings and queens, stand up. Let's get it.
And then you got Minny Jackson here, also known as Commander Black Phoenix of the Royal Black Panther Party. All power to the people, Black Power.
Yes, definitely gonna be a great episode we have for you. So we finna get right into it. Tez, go and tell us what, as an artist, inspires. Well, before I even ask you that, let the world know what type of artist you are. What gives you your push to be an artist?
Shit, what give me that push is just like how I see other artists. Yeah, how I see other artists is out here grinding, like such as the Baby, shit, Y&J, shit, Young Boy, shit. You know what I mean? Like that's what pushed me though, cause I see how they could do it. So I'm like, shit, this shit easy as fuck too. If they could do it, I could do it. You know? Shit.
I feel that definitely. Now, with that being said, who are some artists, locally independent and mainstream, that you look up to?
I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with my cousin Scoot the Kid. Shit, I see he doing his shit, man. I see my cousin Dula Pax out here doing his shit, man. He the one that put me on with the shows. I ain't gonna cap. Shit, I see my little nigga Swindle out here. He doing his shit out here. You feel me? Shit. My cousin LTF80 Money, shit, he inspired me. Shit, he brought me through. Shit, we just got the cooking up in the lab. So shit, it's hella talent in this city. I don't know why they sleep on us.
Next question I'm gonna hit you with is your top 5 hip hop Mount Rushmore. Your top 5. Now you can do this. We can go old school and we can go new school.
Shit. Okay.
But you
shit.
only 5.
Only 5.
Only 5.
I gotta give it to my nigga Dr. Dre.
Okay.
I gotta give it to Dre.
West
Snoop
Coast.
Dogg.
Yup. Okay.
We gotta say Cube.
Okay.
Shit, like I said, the Baby. And shit, like I said, NBA Youngboy.
NBA. Okay. Now what y'all think? Who y'all top 5s?
All right. No, you go ahead. Yeah, I went first last time.
All right, well, I'm technically with him too. I got Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, of course, my revolutionary brother Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And,
Holla if you hear me.
my last one would have to be one of the most slept on women in the game, which is EVE. Yes, if she go cold, and a lot of people sleep on my girl. You know what I'm saying?
She really is.
All right, man. I don't know how I'm gonna top that, but I'm gonna have to agree with the previous two, which are Snoop, Dre, anything NWA. Like, it's just my bread and butter. But I'm gonna have to go straight out of that into Eminem. We have to put some respect on the boy's name, whether we like it or not. The boy is one of the best, if not the greatest, on the mic. Then I'll go ahead and I'll say J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, because I feel like we just slept on, we just zoom past them boys, and they out here doing amazing things, not just for the mic, but for the culture itself, and that is what impacts me the most, is anything for the culture.
Exactly. My top 5. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go with, not in any particular order, but I'm gonna have to go with Biggie, Pac, Big L, Snoop.
Yep.
Now, this last one is tricky for me, because I could say I could really, it's tough. But then again, I might want to take one off, because I want to add Kendrick and Cole. But then again, there is Jay-Z, Kanye.
Yep.
Which Kanye we talking about?
We talking about '08 Kanye, backpack Kanye,
Okay.
college dropout
We talking
Kanye.
real. Okay.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yep, real Kanye. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. It really is tough. But I'm gonna have to say Biggie, Pac, Big L, Cole and Kendrick. I'm gonna just do it like that. Cole and Kendrick.
Do it.
Cole and Kendrick. That's
Shut
my
the door.
top 5.
Mhm.
That's my top 5.
Okay.
Now, speaking of the culture, we doing this for the culture.
Yeah.
So with that being said, who is the best Migos? Because this is honestly a debate. A lot of people will refuse to look at for the culture because honestly, when it comes to groups, they took the culture, they took hip hop, and they own with it. They ran off with it. They completely different into a whole nother lane. That's why Offset said, I took the crown off the king like Mike did Elvis, because they really did. Who was the king of the game for the longest? Lil Wayne. That was another one I forgot to put in the top 5. Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was, everybody wanted to look, sound, and be like Lil Wayne. Migos come along.
Skinny
Everybody
jeans
want to
and some
be like
Vans.
Migos. So yeah, it's like, who is the best Migos? Who is your favorite? Who would you say is the best? That's my question.
I ain't got a lot. I'm gonna give it to Offset.
Offset?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Offset?
Offset, all the way.
See,
But
a
I
lot
mean,
of
Takeoff, nice too.
don't sleep on Takeoff.
Takeoff,
though.
nice too.
You can't sleep on
You
Takeoff.
can't.
I was gonna
You
ask.
can't.
I was like, is it for the culture or is it for the bars though?
Both.
For
We
both
doing
at the
both.
same time.
At the same time.
Okay. For the culture, Offset. For the bars, Takeoff.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's how we got to do that.
Second
One.
that. All right.
definitely
See,
second
third
that
that. Yep. I feel that. I
Easy.
switched that around. No, that's just me. Because honestly, I feel like Takeoff is the hardest one. No. I switched that. Offset is the hardest one.
Yeah,
But Takeoff is the originator of the sound. So
Okay.
that's where that is when it comes to that. That's what, yeah, because you know it'd be crazy.
Flip it.
It'd be crazy. Environment. Our environment that we're in, honestly. How do y'all feel about our environment? What can we change in our environment to actually better the community? Because this is something that actually needs to be talked about as well. Bettering the community, building our community. Because I could say from my point of view, my perspective as a black man in this world, we don't actually have a real black community.
No, we do not.
no.
And I know I'm not the only one that has said this. We have communities that we follow behind, but we don't have our own.
Right.
So with that being said, how do y'all feel we could do, what could we do to actually build up a black community? So take the floor. Whoever got the answer for that, you want to go ahead?
I got 3 points,
Okay.
and you can take it into any community.
Mm.
3 points. I know you heard it from your mama, your papa, your grandma, anybody in your family, your brother, your sister, your cousin, whoever you want to say. Communication is always key, whether you like it or not.
Biggest.
And-
Biggest one.
And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna act like I'm holier than thou. I still have problems when I go home. I guarantee my girl will tell me to take out the trash. I'll be like, what'd you tell me to do that?
Right.
Forget.
And I'll
forget.
be like, you never said that, when she probably did. And that's on me. But you gotta own that. Second one, always gonna be accountability.
Biggest.
Gotta
People
take accountability.
nowadays
Don't
don't come for me though. People nowadays do not want to be accountable for their actions. We all, if you were caught speeding, don't be acting like nobody else or everybody else matters when they're speeding. You got caught. That's all that matters. Just take it on the chin. That's it. And the third one, if not the most important one, if you are going to change, be serious about it. Don't be out here being like for the gram, I'm changing. No, you're not. You want them likes. Stay
real.
royal out here, kids.
Facts. Big facts. Big facts.
To piggyback off of that, you're right. We don't have a black community. We've been conditioned and brought up to move, speak, learn. Everything about us is systematically developed inside of us through people outside of our community. And when you get inside of what we even consider a community, then you have nothing but hatred, and you have nothing but discernment and anger and just madness amongst all people, because like he said, We lack communication. We have to definitely get on the same points. We have to stop going for clout. Where's it gonna get us? It's not changing nothing. It's not improving nothing. And 9 times out of 10, you ain't getting a bankroll off of it. So why is you even out here doing it? Secondly, we have to pay attention to the fact that we can go against police brutality and all of that. Everybody knows I'm the number one person when it comes to that here in Fort Wayne. I'm always against police brutality, but accountability, like he said, we can't keep screaming for help, but we not helping each other. My brothers and sisters, because our sisters is out here doing the exact same thing now. I've always said, make your money, get your bread, but what are you doing with it? If you a drug dealer out here in the community, what are you doing with it to get back at your community, to get us up out of the poverty in which we all sitting in? We have a responsibility to each other to make sure that we can bring each other together to become financially sound, to become educated, to become culturally educated amongst ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I bet you half of y'all don't even know what a Garden of Eden is, but guess what? I do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell y'all where it's at, but you can personally inbox me and I'll tell you where the Garden of Eden is at.
That's real spill.
Lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink, fool.
Ain't that it? Ain't that it? Ain't that it?
What about you, Tro?
Y'all said it really. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I agree with them.
They
Shit.
generalize facts, though. Like,
real.
you could take it in, like I said, you can take it in any community. Really.
Because even when you break it down, like, it's deeper than just categorying us into race. Because you could say we black, but okay, that's the color, but it's the word, and you going deep, you got to research the word. Where does the word come from? Then where does that word come from? Everything originates in Africa, Egypt, Africa. Everything originates from there. In the same sense, it's like there was originally 12 tribes. So if you saying black people, you're not just speaking on us black people. It's you got the Hispanics, you got the Native Americans, you got, I believe it was the Philippines. It was Puerto Ricans. But see, even breaking that down, like, even I have a lot of Hispanic friends, and that's another thing. Like, they honestly don't like certain other people that's of the same race, but they're not the same race. Like, how does that not make sense? Okay, understandable. Colombians. So I know a Colombian that say they don't like certain Mexicans, or it was. I had a buddy that was Guatemalan, and he said they don't like Puerto Ricans or something like that. And I'm like, it don't make sense because we're the same. We're the same. It don't make sense. And it's something that just puzzles me, like, in a sense, like, honestly, how?
It's in every culture.
Every culture.
If I were to go to Asia, you realize that the Chinese are looked at as the top and Japanese is second. Anything else is below. Yeah. You know that? Like, they literally frown upon anybody else. So it's not just here in America, but
it's worldwide.
America does have a problem with just focusing and putting other countries' problems first rather than our own when we are over here struggling.
Yup. Because it's like, why is we going to war when we still got homeless people? Real. We still got people sleeping in the streets, sleeping at parks.
We got beaches and shit. We
got people out here hungry. My thing is, especially with these restaurants, why are y'all wasting all this food and y'all know it's people out here hungry?
That don't make no sense.
Take some of them pizzas from Little Caesars, Pizza Hut. If you don't take some of them wings from B-Dubs and box them up, take them donuts and give them to the homeless. You see them walk past every day. Don't just, that you could be in that same situation. And then because of the energies that you put out, that you that homeless person, now somebody see you and they you. And you saying, why can't things change for me? Honestly, because you put yourself in that predicament. You putting out that negativity, you're going to get back that negativity. And that's something that's really, really that needs to also be discussed about. But that's for another episode, for another time. So with that being said, before we go into this live musical performance, I have one more question to ask y'all. Now, I heard today on the Breakfast Club, they were talking about if a woman asks a man on a date, should the man pay? Now, this is what I have to say. This is what I have to say on this subject because
This is indirectly huge.
I grew up seriously
like low key. Come on now.
I grew up with things that my grandma and my aunties installed in me. Really my grandma, and it was like treat a woman how I would treat them. So if I were to take a woman out, I got old fashioned ways, but I still got new tendencies. You feel me? I still got nigga tendencies in me. It's something that I have. That's just me. I'm a product of my environment, but at the same time, I'm not.
True.
Y'all know what I mean. But on the real though, it's like if a female asks me out on a date and I agree to the date, technically I'm obligated to pay, but how times are changed and a lot of women are screaming independency and equality, let her pay. Now, with that being said, if I let her pay, I'm going to tip. And if I tip, it's going to be a good tip.
Okay.
Now, but how I actually feel about that, I'm the type I would pay.
Okay.
I would pay for it, even if she did ask me. But I know a lot of people, because I've been in debation with a lot of people about this today on this topic, they're saying that they wouldn't pay. And honestly, I feel from both sides because I shouldn't have to pay because you ignited to ask me on this date.
Right.
I could be the person to be like, I'll pay for my half.
Okay.
You pay for yours.
Yeah.
Cool.
But at the same time, I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of person I'm going to pay. Even if you did ask me, I'm still going to pay.
Brooklyn
Just
looking at you
because
like, what?
we spent our time together. We spent the time together to even have this meal. But at the same time, I mean, hey, I got some, I'm going to keep it player, keep it P, pushing P, keep it G,
Okay.
Like my uncles, you feel me? Like, if she want to do that, she going to pay. I ain't going to trip. I mean, but I got mixed feelings about it. How y'all feel about it? Because I could go on. How y'all feel about it, honestly?
You want to go? Yeah, come on. Come on.
You got something to say?
Come on, you want to speak up? Come on,
Come on,
come
baby.
hand you the mic.
We
I
see-
got you.
We
Look.
see you over there.
Hold on, I got you, player.
Yep.
Man, sponsored by the Royal
go
Black
ahead, talk
Panther
your
Party,
shit,
bro.
man. Talk
Man, they
your
out here
shit,
making
man.
moves.
Nah, personally, I would. I agree with Reggie. I'll pay too, and it's not. Most women would like to pay on their own because they don't ever want to feel like their independence is being taken away.
Right.
But yeah, I would pay because like me, I just growing up, I like to cater to a woman. I was always catering to my mom too. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned those habits, and I feel like paying. Just because the man pays for you doesn't mean like, oh, you broke or whatever. We don't know
Just
what
trying to be
most
generous.
women go through, and you know what I'm saying.
Preach.
So a lot of women know that men don't know how it feels to like go through like something like pregnancy or whatever, but they could just be looked at as a a favorite thing, like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I'll pay definitely.
That's what's up.
Date, movie, whatever, anything.
You
So.
hear me? Shit,
Pump
this
gas,
Netflix
you know what I'm saying?
I feel
yeah,
a woman should
that's
never
my
pump gas.
Never.
I
As
feel
long
that
as
too.
if
I
there's a
feel
man
that.
in the car, no
Shouldn't
woman
no
should
woman.
have to pump gas.
Keep in mind, everybody, we're going off of our own personal preferences, so don't
True.
take this to heart that we're trying to project all these
Yeah.
things onto you at home.
You feel
So what's going on for me, I agree with everything. Tradition is tradition. Whatever you feel is a vibe, that's beautiful. For me, is more of I like to get to know the person before we just start springing out money.
me? You feel me?
Right.
We be making no sense in society nowadays. We be judging even just men off of the value of your pockets. And there's a reason why depression rates are as high, like super high in men nowadays, and we ain't addressing none of that.
That's big.
But what I'll say, that's a topic for a different time. But I'll get at the fact that when I go out, I like to feel your vibe, your aura. So I go out to places, the park, the mall. You can go get something as small as a coffee. It don't even matter. Do something where you're gonna be involved with that person and that person only. Don't be looking over here. Don't be on your phone. I don't even bring my phone when it comes to like doing stuff like that, because it takes away the value of what we got. Nowadays we're so quick to just be like, hold on, baby, I got it. It's cool. And then that's it. So I value time. I know we were gonna do an interview, but stuff about me, ever since my mom passed away, when something traumatic like that happens in your life, or something gets taken away from you, you really value time, and we don't value time now. Yeah, you gotta take every day. It's 24 hours. What are you doing today? What are you doing? You watching Netflix today? Is that what you're doing? You could be starting that business that you say you're gonna be doing, but you ain't.
2 weeks ago.
Right,
Come on now. That's it. That's all it is.
Well, considering, I guess I'm technically the only female up here, so I try to represent for the ladies a little bit, I guess. But to be honest with you, everybody knows it, I'm part of the LGBT community. I'm technically considered a trans, but since I haven't fully started my process yet, I'm going to keep it basic on what it is. So for us in the LGBT community, like, it's set up literally the exact same way. You got your dominant, then you got your feminine. So for us, like, I know for me on a personal level, a female won't open up a door. I'm gonna open up her door. Like, I'm gonna pick you up for a date. I'm gonna open up your door. You not touching the door. You might get some flowers, but that just depends on how far our communication lines go. So, which is basically leading me back to my point. When it comes to communication, that's what you have to do before you go out on a date. You can't just go up to somebody and be like, hey, I'm feeling you. You want to go out to Applebee's? No, it don't work like that. Let's talk for a little minute. Do you feel it's okay for me to pay for this date? Or how do I feel about you paying for this date? Because you can be judged heavily on your pockets, and then we also date based off of attraction. You know what I'm saying? I think you look good, so I want to take you out. That's a big problem. I might not like the way you eat your food. I might not like the way you chew. I might not even like the fact that you took advantage of the fact of getting something that's $50-$60 on the menu, and I don't even know you like that. That's just you see what I'm saying? That's just for me. So as far as women go, the whole, you can't ask for chivalry and you cannot be independent at the same time. You can't ask for a man to provide and be a provider. It doesn't click like that. Then you have one side being demasculated and the other one being masculated. You can't do that. You have to learn how to play your role. If you're going to go after a person or an individual, your job is to get to know that individual. Figure out, go back to the basic questions. What we used to have back in the day, ASL used to mean age, sex, and location. Find out information from a person before you start dating them so that you do not come off offensive or so that you don't drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us always concerned about, well, if I shoot my shot, she gonna turn me down. Or if I shoot my shot, he gonna turn me down. Well, let's think about how we carry ourselves, how we initiate into a conversation. Hey, shorty. I mean, come on now. Most women don't even reply back to that no more. You know what I'm saying? So to women
is a myth.
Not to cut you off, but see, there's a lot of females that don't even respond to the fact that you could be polite and be like, good morning, queen, good morning, beautiful, and they'll find you to be a cornball.
But that's where you got to go based off of energy, and you got to go based off of vibe. Yeah. They think you a cornball, which in return makes them a cornball because they don't see what they have right in front of them. So it doesn't make you the cornball. It's just letting you know, hey, it's not my L. This your L. You don't want to be called queen. I'm not going to call you queen. You don't want to be called goddess. I'm not going to call you goddess. You can go get a street nigga for that. You feel me? But I'm going to go get the woman that I want to represent me because when I'm not around, she is my representation. When you're not around, you're her representation. And if we can't vibe on the same level and elevate, we ain't got nothing to talk about.
At the end of the day, respect yourself before anybody else.
Exactly.
Real talk. That's real talk. Real talk from the boss. That's some real talk. So, to wrap this episode up, FMG Tez, let them know where they can find you at, what new music you got on the way, what good things coming.
Shit, I got hella good shit coming, man. Y'all can find me on all plats. Official FMG Tez on Instagram. Shit, FMG Tez on all plats. Shit. It's an invasion with the Juicy and T, bro. If you ain't with the team, nigga, you lame as fuck, nigga. You feel me?
You ain't juicy.
Shit, nigga, you ain't juicing shit like you heard bro said, nigga. On me.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We have a musical live performance from the one, the only, Cheno Royal. Get out your seats, make some noise. Let's get it.
Cheno.
Yes, yeah.
I got enemies who wanna be my friend and go and pressure me. Always wanna burn you in the industry. When there's no time for no jealousy, all cause I'm the legacy. My God, enemies who wanna be my friend and go and pressure me. Always wanna burn you in the industry. my soul in his body until the day I'm up grinding early with a coffee, making moves, no karate in my way to the basket. Then my nigga, you getting bodied, it's as simple as that. Never time for that sloppy like Jordan Samuel sack. That a fact, I never copy like Cat the Train, always stayed up on track. Call me chameleon, know I always adapt. Black ain't never been cracked, scientifically proven. No, every single target, nigga, what are you shooting? No confusion, model of the movement. Never any illusions, never any delusions, just improvement. There's a fusion, brand new revolution. Life's a roller coaster, ain't always feeling amusement. Ain't cocky, no ways, only tsunamis. Get my one shot on the spot, straight kamikaze. I got enemies who wanna be my red and go and pressure me. Always wanna burn you in the industry. When there's no time for no jealousy, all cause of that legacy. My God, enemies who wanna be my red and go and pressure me. Always wanna burn you in the industry. When there's no time for no jealousy, all cause of that legacy. My God, enemies. Y'all got local dreams, we got global schemes. Difference between the two, always be the chip or ring. Never been a brother with the ice with the bling. That be Cheno, Bo and Tito flexing, only babbit things. Get it straight up, blowing glaze, they know the bay. Do what I want, do as I say. Yo, get the crumbs when I'm finished eating my plate. Never wait, skate by like whole album of the year. I be going stone cold, smashing beats up like my beer. I can smell the fear, yeah, really potent. Royal fam up on the beat, you know that really smoking. It be funny how you thought the pace was gonna be slowing. Now we headlining shows, man, and now you tryna open, never stopping, even for the lights. Pedal to the metal, we going higher than kites. Be the brightest star going hard in the sky at night. Y'all keep talking in the comments, how what else you gon' type? I got enemies who wanna be my red and go and pressure me. Always wanna burn you in the industry. When there's no time for no jealousy, all cause of that legacy. My God, enemies who wanna be my red and go and pressure me. Always wanna burn you in the industry. When there's no